Good morning and welcome to Profiles in Leadership. I'm Bill Cornwell and I'll be your host today. With me today is Victor Mieres with National Instrument Corporation. Victor is Vice President of Emerging Markets, Asia and the Rest of the World, a most interesting title. National Instrument Corporation provides hardware and software solutions for scientists to help them test, design, and control different aspects of scientific development. Welcome, Victor. Nice to have you with us today on Profiles in Leadership.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah. Victor, tell us, you've been most places in this world. Tell us about the vision for National Instruments and how you project that to your staff.
Yeah, well, as you said, National Instruments, we're a company that provides technology solutions for scientists and engineers. What we fundamentally do is provide productivity tools. It's a system that we call graphical system design. It's a platform-based approach of providing hardware and software that allows a scientist or an engineer to basically build any system, to test it and deploy it that requires measurement and control. So as you probably know, the growth of the markets and engineers in Asia, and in particular in the emerging markets, has been phenomenal over the last many years. There is a lot of end-of-line production test that is done in this part of the world. So what we do is we like to be where engineers and scientists are. Our approach is basically to, first and foremost, help academia, to help universities that are teaching the future scientists and engineers to be better at doing that. And then, of course, we like to use that know-how, these productivity tools to help the local economies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. You were formerly the leader for Asia and China, and now you're the leader for emerging markets worldwide. Tell us what that's been like for you from a leadership perspective, that shift.
You know, it's been interesting. The journey that I've taken with National Instruments has been fantastic. We have grown Asia to be the largest geographical segment for the company over the last 10 years. But it's got to the point where now we expect it to grow even fastest. What's going to happen is we've divided the region into two regions. So Greater China, Japan, and Korea is going to be a new region called East Asia, and we've just launched a new segment. It's called the Emerging Markets, Rest of the World, that has incredibly high expectations for growth. So there's tremendous responsibility on my shoulder. I am, of course, very excited to be leading a fantastic team of employees across the region that hopefully will achieve the objectives for our stakeholders.
Speaking of that rapid growth, emerging markets are expected to be some 25% of total revenue for National Instruments within the next 5 years. That's $1 billion responsibility from emerging markets. Given the pace of the world economy, tell us, is that possible?
You know, we believe so. Definitely it's not going to be easy. The challenge, of course, is to figure out a way of how do we project our strategies that have worked really well in the developed world on the emerging economies. You know, these economies are challenging. Their economies are quite, they're going through tremendous transition. But our approach, we believe, is quite sound. Again, focusing on academia first. Second, focusing on the fact that a lot of these governments in the regions are investing on the manpower of their people. Technology, engineering is something we fundamentally believe is changing societies. So we believe that the growth of our strategy in the regions is going to achieve that objective.
We've talked about vision. Let's talk a little bit about reality. When you were in China, there was two distinct business models that you used. One was the distributor model, the other one was direct sales. Given your experience with those two models in China, which do you see as going to be the model that you might use in the emerging market environment?
You know, certainly as a company, our approach is one of incredible intimacy with our customers. Our customers are engineers and scientists, and most of our sales teams are engineers as well. So we truly believe that the direct approach is one of the best approaches. Having said that, though, we want to work with partners that allow to help take our products, put them together, and help customers that perhaps don't want to build the system themselves. So we'll continue to use a blended model of direct engagement with the customer as well as partners to further the reach of our products in the marketplace.
You've been a proponent of something called Planet NI. Tell our audience about that and how you helped get that started.
Yeah, Planet NI is an extension of our vision of empowering scientists and engineers. What we like to do is we have seen, and I have seen through my travels, myself coming from Latin America, I can see there's a lot of innovation and a lot of entrepreneurship in engineers all over the world, but there are many of them that cannot afford the products. So our technology is cost effective, but still there are pockets of the population that cannot access the products, and we think we can help reach those engineers and scientists. The objective, of course, is to empower them to achieve sustainable prosperity through the access of the technology. Yeah. We're very excited about the program. I'm very passionate about it, and I'm looking forward to see how we expand the reach of it.
Tell our audience just a little bit about your family, your holidays. We know that you like to go to Hawaii. Tell us, what do you like about Hawaii, and what's one thing that is unique that your family does together?
You know, one thing that my job has been entitled a lot of travel, incredible amount of travel. So I really like to take some time off to try to get away from it all. Since I've lived in the US for many years, but I worked in Asia, Hawaii is a good place right in between Asia and the US. So we have chosen that as a location for many of our holidays. My wife in particular loves spending time in the beach. So I think the last 10 holidays have been in Hawaii.
Wow, great. Victor, thank you so much for being with us today. And thank you for being with us for this edition of Profiles in Leadership. We'll see you next time.